tonight's Lightning broadcast in Sun Sports is presented by your Tampa Bay area BMW centers.
Let's take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders delivered by Papa John's Pizza. And as Rick pointed out, two different goalies in this third and final game with these two teams in the regular season. Evgeny Nabokov, as you see the numbers that he's put up, hasn't started too many games, but he came in relief and played pretty well. And now Rob Zepp, only his second game. In the first game, he won in overtime against Winnipeg back in December 21st for the Flyers. Those are the numbers coming out of that game. John Cooper, behind the bench for the Lightning. And on the other side of the coin is Craig Berube. In his second year with the Flyers behind the bench for Philadelphia.
Top call, Gisèle Hebert, the referees for this game. Shandor Alfonso and Derek Nansen, the linesman for the contest. Valtteri Filppula, who scored in the 2-1 win over Buffalo on Friday night. The last Lightning action. Facing off for this game with Cedric Paquette and Ryan Callahan on his wings. Victor Hedman, Anton Stralman on defense for the Lightning. As Filppula had the puck poked away and it's grabbed at center by Michael Raffl. He's checked by Stralman and Hedman comes over. Moves it around to Paquette. And it's poked free by Scott Laughton. Laughton, a 20-year-old. He was a first-rounder for the Flyers in 2012 when we were last here, of course. Andrei Vasilevsky played in goal for the Lightning. He was the 19th pick in that draft, and Laughton right behind him, number 20. Wayne Simmons leaves the puck along the near boards. Andrew McDonald arrives from the Flyer bench. He's blasted there by Paquette. Mark Streit down the boards. Andre Schuster playing it back to Hedman. Bouncing it off the stick through center. Mark Streit takes it. Braden Shen with a pass ahead for Jakub Voracek. The league's leading scorer with 50 points. The Lightning turn it around. Here's Alex Killorn cutting in. Steven Stamkos drives the net. Claude Giroux took him out. Here's Schuster shooting, and it's tipped by Stamkos wide. McDonald open. His pass at center deflected, though, and they turn it over. Here's Killorn walking in, firing, and he sends it by the glove of Zepp.
That's one thing they got to do. When they control that neutral zone, boy, they really set up a lot of backdoor plays.
And they tried to set one up there for Nikita Kucherov. He fired back for a well-covered Steven Stamkos, and Schuster has the puck. Boy, Chief, you got Rob Zepp. He's 33. Played over 100 games over 4 years for the Florida Everblades in the East Coast Hockey League. But he's been primarily in Europe. I would think he'd want to get as many shots on him as possible.
Exactly. Get him moving.
Matt Reed with speed cuts in, fires a save by Nabokov. Out in front, Schultz's shot was influenced from behind there by Tyler Johnson, and he couldn't get it on goal. R.J. Umberger off the boards. Mark Barberio takes it. He's paired with Matt Carl. Brendan Morrow's feed is behind Brett Conley, trying to step around big Braden Coburn. Sean Couturier over for the puck. Tapped to center by Reed, and Conley has it back.
Boy, everything contingent from the Lightning is that having that third forward high in that offensive zone, you can really allow the defense to pinch in and keep that puck in that zone for long periods of time. The forwards are a key to that.
Vinny Lecavalier on right wing on the Flyer fourth line to start this game. Chris Vandevelde forced to the corner by Stralman. Vandevelde is double-teamed along the boards. Worked free now as Conley's digging for it. But it's played by Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, who's the center on this line. French-born. He's actually from Paris. And has been a nice find for them this year.
Let's take a look at tonight's keys to the game, brought to you by your Southern Ford dealers. It's a strong forecheck. Is this the Lightning, when they get in on that defense, they can really create a lot of havoc there and use the speed. The Lightning are a much quicker team than Philadelphia at the forward position, so use that speed, play fast.
Filppula's line out against perhaps, well, certainly one of the fastest Flyers in Laughton.
Yeah.
Puck driven in by Streit. Carl tips it. Take it over, Laughton, a quick shot, a save by Nabokov. Rebound was popped on goal. He made a save, and the Lightning skated off. Filppula through center, and the play whistled down offside.
Well, it's nice to get that shot out of the way. They've had 2 on net so far. Lightning just really not knowing exactly where their guys were. Nabokov made the nice save, but they recovered well. You saw that forward take that rebound and move it out of trouble. But again, that's such a key. One and done is what they're looking for.
Paquette gonna lose Streit. They slide it down low for Callahan. He's checked by McDonald. Carl quickly around Filppula. And a stick handle away from Lawton, who recovered defensively. Paquette trying to hand the puck off. It ends up with the Flyers. And Lawton makes the pass ahead. Streit will send it in. Raffl trying to get to it. Barberio beat him to it. Nabokov's last appearance was in relief of Ben Bishop in the first period in Pittsburgh on January 2nd, where the Pens jumped out in front 3-0. He played pretty well, 2 goals against in 45 minutes. Nabokov's last start was the shootout loss in New Jersey, December the 19th. So it's been a while, Chief, but the Lightning's defensive game has rounded out pretty well in the meantime.
It really has, Rick, and we've seen this team play so well. And the last couple of games, Toronto and Buffalo, they held those 2 teams at periods in the game for 18 or more minutes without a shot on goal. So it makes it easy for a goalie, but it also makes it tough on your concentration.
Puck up for grabs inside that Philadelphia line. It's taken by the Flyers. Braden Shen, his shot taken away by Schuster. Trying to make a play. Schuster got a piece of that. It's fed back at the point to McDonald. Walks in, he fires, and it's just off Nabokov and wide. It's popped out in front of the net and taken by Garrison. And he'll feed it back down the boards. So the Lightning, perhaps a little better organized in front of Nabokov than the last time he even played net, and certainly since he started. His last win was that impressive game against Carolina 2-1 back in December the 11th. So John Cooper and the coaches know they've got to work him in down the stretch. Not many back-to-backs for the Lightning. This the only one, as it's popped on goal by Johnson and handled by Zepp. The only back-to-back in about a 7-week period of the schedule. So Tyler Johnson trying to celebrate his being named an All-Star with an early goal in this one.
Yeah, it was about 5:20 for the first time the Lightning got a shot on young Zepp. It was a pretty good one, and he really wasn't too sure where that path was going. He thought it was going the other way. Quick pass to Johnson, a quick release. Not a lot of steam on it, but he was able to get that right pad down and make the save. He's had some pretty good numbers, this Rob Zepp, in Lehigh Valley. 11-5-4, 921 save percentage.
Kucherov trying to step around Braden Shen and encounters Coburn, and they clear it out. Yeah, Zepp playing in the German Professional League for a number of years. Voracek circles, finds Schultz. His shot slowed down by Kucherov. It did reach Nabokov. Here's Coburn with a try that missed the net. Nabokov steps out to play it. Hedman steps ahead. He'll dump it in. Coburn comes by, and quickly they move it out to Voracek. He'll steam right up the middle. Joined by Giroux, who's been quite the 1-2 punch all season long. Looks to make a play. Back of the point, Luke Shen with a shot. They score! Tipped in front by Van de Velde.
That's something you got to be very careful of. Only his 3rd of the year, but you know, Lightning trying to figure out where they were going to go when you had Giroux and Voracek out there. They know that that's who you have to really pay attention to, but they were slow to react. Van de Velde came in and was just able to redirect that pass. Voracek, or pardon me, Nabokov. The Flyers take the early lead here.
Now they've surrendered their first goal in 7 of the last 8 games coming in. And the Flyers with only 2 wins in that span. But they're off to the positive start here. Belmar leaving it. Delzato oodles of room, walks and shoots. A save by Nabokov. Fed off the boards and back to center. Luke Shen Older brother by 2 years of Braden. Here's the drive by LeCavalier, and it's steered on a play by Nabokov. Hitting with a big windup there. Valdiverde scoring from Luke Shen and Giroux, the scoring play.
It's time now to look at tonight's Cold Hard Fact, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. And see the most points by duels this season. You see the Voracek-Giroux combination is well up there on number 1 at the 97. Malkin Crosby with 91, and just in third place, Tyler Johnson and Nikita Kucherov with 86 points. And let's take a look at that goal again. Drew feeding the point. Nice shot. All he had to do was wait to get it through, and there you see that redirect by Van de Velde. You won't have to change the direction of the puck that much, just enough to throw a goalie off. And that was the case there. He picks up his third of the year to give the Flyers a 1-0 lead.
Van de Velde, a product of the University of North Dakota, formerly of the Edmonton organization. Puck fed in front. Raffl keeps the play alive to the corner. And the pass taken over by Callahan. Standing up on him was McDonald. It's taken back by Paquette. Lightning have to clear the zone. They do. McDonald getting it out of Wayne Simmons. Garrison keeps the puck away from Lawton. And Simmons in there digging for it. He works against Schuster. Filppula got it free. Garrison, nice stick handling. Got it away from the on-charging Lawton. However, the Flyers keep the pressure on in the zone. Raffl with a shot that's wide. Stride after it. Played away by Garrison. Stride holding it in off a stick. And Lawton after it. Wayne Simmons protects that puck. And Raffl finds Lawton. Lengthy shift for this Flyers crew and for the Lightning crew that's defending. Here's a shot. Nabokov a save as Lawton got away from the sweep check of Nabokov and turned around and tried to surprise him with a shot.
Lightning haven't really started their engines as yet, Rick. They played all 12 minutes almost into this period, and they haven't really taken control or tried to. They've had but one shot in the first 8 minutes. Flyers are out shooting them 7-1, outscoring them 1-0. It's not a case of that they're being overwhelmed. It's just that Lightning haven't gotten their engines going real at top speed yet.
Now Nabokov getting a new goalie stick brought to him by Andre Schuster from the Lightning bench. He cannot go to the bench himself to get it. Nabby appearing in career game number 697. That close to 700. And the guy at the other end, game number 2.
Yeah.
Off the faceoff comes out to the point. Coburn lobs it toward the net. Punched away by Victor Hedman. Umberger. Had a rough first half of the season. Has come up with 4 goals the last 10 games, showing some life there. They've been looking for offense and looking for points to try to stay in the race. The play now to Tyler Johnson. Walks in, trying to feed it out in front, and the pass was blocked by Nick Schultz. Coburn hoists it out to center ice. Umberger there for it. And he'll backhand it in the Lightning zone. Sean Couturier met in the corner by Strawman. Kucherov trying to work it free. Shot 7-1 Flyers here in the first 8:40 of this hockey game. Andre Palat overleads Kucherov down the ice, and they wave off icing. It's played back ahead for Couturier. The Lightning get a change going at center. Pass ahead for LeCavalier, then he will tip it in. And Nabokov out to play it right out in front of his net for Brendan Morrow. Standing up Del Zotto defensively. Lightning try to respond. They find Conley, trying to hand it off to Morrow. The pass behind him. Brendan Morrow in behind to Boyle. Tripped up by Del Zotto. Penalty upcoming to Philly. Hebert right there in the call at 9:09. First power play to the Lightning.
Yeah, not a good. You don't like to see those tripping and holding and hooking
penalty tripping
happen, but it just looked there when Del Zotto was trying to play the puck. He turned quickly and got the skates instead. There you see right there. It actually was the leg that tripped him up. 9:09 will be the time of this power play.
So you had a power play chance for the Lightning. Craig Berube's penalty killers at a little under 75% of the season, but They've been pretty good at home. Lightning on the power play, a little better than 18% on the power play, 17th best. Alex Killorn. He's got Filppula pulling off to take that pass in the corner. Give and go. Killorn walking in, shooting, saved by Zepp, and he might have stopped a rebound with Killorn tapping away at the pads in front.
Yeah, they haven't really tested him there. The book on Zepp, he's supposed to be pretty quick. He's got great lateral movement, and there you see him just really covering up in tight. No holes at all. And when you're that close, obviously you're trying to get it as high as possible, but it's tough to get it to the top part of the net in that tight.
He's from the Toronto area. You mentioned playing 7 years in Germany. His teams won the championship in that league 5 times, and twice he was the European Goalie of the Year. And signed as a free agent last summer by the Flyers for some goaltending depth. Strowman over for Kucherov. He fires. That's blocked as Coburn got in the way. And out comes Belmar for the Flyers. And as he backhanded or back his way into the zone, he didn't have full control of the puck. They rule it offside with 1:18 to go in the penalty to Delzato.
Yeah, that's the thing. When they're moving the puck quickly, the Lightning's power play works pretty well. When they're playing around the perimeter that it has on a lot of occasions, it just absolutely kills the penalty for the other team. You don't have to really score a lot. You'd like to, but got to make them work in the shorthanded situations.
Palat, nice move to duck in at the line. His pass, though, was read by Matt Reed and played back to center. Reed and Couturier. Couturier's got their one shorthanded goal in the season. Johnson swerves in. Palat. Getting it now to Kucherov. Back to Palat. Deals it to Strowman. Around they work it to Johnson. In the slot. Stamkos scores! Steven Stamkos with that puck on the toe of his stick for a millisecond. Welcome to the world of Steven Stamkos. Rob Zepp. We're tied at 1.
Boy, did he ever get rid of that quickly. And it looked like he was all tied up as well. And Johnson, just a quick shot there. They flipped the stick. At least Reed tried to, but he couldn't contain it. And another, just a quick little pass. There you see him. And it's in the top shelf before you can even blink. 2 shots on the power play, and it ties the game. The second shot goes in for Steven Stamkos, number 23.
And his 7th, first one in quite a while with a man advantage. His 4th against Philadelphia. He not only has scored a lot of goals against this team in the last few years, but he's scored at critical times, and that is a key goal for the Lightning at this stage of the game to get them settled in and back even at 1. In fact, his last 3 goals before this one, all game winners, including the one in the 3rd period against Buffalo Friday night. Streit and McDonald, former Islander defenseman, now with the Flyers. Streit has to turn back. Hounded there by Callahan. Simmons to center. He'll backhand it in. Billy going for a change. Stamkos from Johnson and Strowman at 10:26. Zepp reaching out to handle that puck. Delzato spins off a check. Braden Shen close by. Ahead for Voracek. Real challenge one-on-one here against Garrison. Garrison 218 pounds and Voracek just about the same size. He's a pretty good package.
Yeah, he is. It seems like he's been in the league forever, but he's only just 25.
Here's Delzato down the boards. Works against Schuster. Schuster muscled him to the corner, and Schuster has the puck. Sliding it ahead to Stamkos. Steven now 18 goals, 23 games lifetime against Philadelphia. And we're just getting started. Into the zone to Jonathan Drouin from the angle, looking for Stamkos, and Stamkos bumped into Zepp as that shot was tipped wide. Crowd reacting to that. Flyers work the puck out. Barberio scampers back. Shots now 7-3 Philly. Lightning have had the last 2, connecting on the goal by Stamkos. The earlier try by Killorn in the opening seconds of that power play. And here's Killorn from his knees making the play. Drouin coming late. Here's Johnson shooting. It's stopped by Zepp. The rebound just dribbled away from Drouin. Set in front. Zepp got a stick on it. Strike trying to get it out. Not much on the clear. Stroman in behind. And Drouin slipped away from Schultz. He's still got the puck. Chased by Schultz. The pass down the boards for Killorn. He's got Stride on his back. Keeps it moving with Stroman. Flyers trying to exit the zone. Kucherov took it away, and then he missed Johnson with the attempt to get a shot away while both teams were changing.
Yeah, Lightning almost got a complete change out there with the Flyers still having that one line out there. And that little stray pass. Both teams were able to complete the changes.
Johnson trying to keep the Flyers at bay. Pass stolen by the ex-Flyer defenseman Matt Carl. Hedman chased by Van de Velde. And a hit thrown on Johnson there by Luke Schenn, who is 230 pounds. Lightning keep the play in the zone. Palat keeps the feet moving on the backhand. Back to the point to Carl with the wrist shot. Van de Velde blocked it. Johnson angles it off the end boards. Intercepted by Luke Schenn. Out ahead for Van de Velde. Denis Lecavalier with a pass at the line. Rifled away by Carl. And Vinny re-enters, lobbing it out in front. It's tipped toward the net, just wide by Raffl. Raffl leaving it for Lawton. This is the line that's caused the Lightning some problems in their own zone here in the first period. Lawton throws a hit on Victor Hedman. Paquette trying to grab the puck. Flyers come up with it. Filppula jabbed it off a stick. Lifted out by Hedman. Delzato hands it now to Simmons. Blows past one check and counters Schuster. Callahan spins away from a check. The Flyers try to get set up with this line. Simmons has been pretty strong for the Flyers. A couple of goals in the series. Lightning winning 4-3 in late October at Amalie Arena. 3-1 here behind Vasilevsky in his debut. Early in that mid-December 5-game trip. Callahan to the corner. Hooks it out in front. Luke Schenn got there in time to steal. Back of the point to Garrison. Over for Schuster. Wrists it into a crowd, and it's deflected by Giroux over the net. Lightning have it. It's rifled in front by Morrow. Comes all the way back, and Nabokov plays it.
One of the things you got to do is that goaltender there. You got to make sure you know what the player when he's coming in knows what you're going to do with it.
Boyle chopped it off the stick, handled by Zepp. He'll hang on. 4:29 to go in his first period. Steven Stamkos has tied the score for the Lightning.
Well, Steven Stamkos has tied this game at 1. Let's take a look at the goal leaders against Philadelphia. It's this 08-09, as you see there. Stamkos out in front with his 18th. That coming tonight. Elias, Ovechkin, Crosby, and Ryan Callahan rounds out the top 5 as Kelly played the Flyers a lot when he was a member of the New York Rangers. You can bet he was a thorn in their side all the time he was there.
Same division for, 40 years, do you think, Chief?
Yeah, how about that?
The old Patrick division. Now in the Metropolitan Division. Here's Matt Carl. The pass out in front. It's tipped away. And Braden Schenn on a 2-on-1 as he's got Voracek driving the net. The pass to him is off his leg, but it was whistled down earlier by Derek Nansen offside.
Well, I'll tell you what. Alex Killorn really got back quickly. I mean, it was one of those things we talked about, having that third man high. The Lightning got a little lazy. They had guys caught deep. And then Killorn just put his head down. He was way down low and caught there. And this is where the offense went, or the offside happened. But Killorn actually caught the winger before the whistle was being blown.
And we saw Johnson making a couple of big back checks in Montreal early in that game. And as you've noted, Chief, that's really been such a key component as they've turned things around on the road, really have it going all over the place, is having that third man high. And that responsible forward defender. The Back in Black 4-game plan presented by Chase scores you any 4 Saturday home games and a free Ryan Callahan Reebok official player t-shirt. Call 813-301-6600 or visit TampaBayLightning.com. Johnson and Couturier in this face-off, and Johnson is ejected. Andre Palat will step in. Flyers get it. Reed. Barberio holds his ground to the point. Coburn has to circle back. Ahead for Umberger. Rink wide pass. Matt Reed skates into it. He's got the speed. Hooks it out in front. Umberger with a try. They score. And Philadelphia's back in front 2-1.
Well, there's some guys that haven't had goals for a long time as give the Flyers a 2-1 lead. Good speed from Reed coming in. Umberger, watch this shot as he gets on the backhand. It actually was a low shot that hit the block off on the stick and then went straight up to the top part of the net. Look at that. It ran right off the stick to the top part. Navy actually deflected the puck in his own goal because it was a very low shot by Umberger. The blade of the stick was tilted so that when it hit it, it just ricocheted right to the top part of the net.
Umberger with 5 of his 7 goals in the last 11 games. And Reed, who's another guy who's looking to get something going offensively, at least set up the goal. Raffl gonna fight off a check. Simmons out to the point. Quick release by Luke Schenn was blocked. Paquette able to get it out to center. Braden Coburn gets the second assist on the Umberger goal to make it 2-1 Philly. Schuster got the puck away. Ryan Callahan slipping down the boards, but Raffl picked his pocket. Lawton skates after the puck. He'll backhand it in. And Garrison will pick it up. Lead pass, Stamkos bothered from behind by Belmar, and it's played back in. We'll get an icing called here against the Flyers. And Chief, of course, all of our crew members want to say hello to a very valuable member of our crew who's not with us tonight, Doug Yulacki, our Emmy Award-winning director. We hope he's getting well and can rejoin us on Thursday, and hope he's feeling better. I had a chance to talk to him this morning, and it seems to be the case, and we all wish him the best.
We certainly do, and I think for 2 games I don't have to watch what I say now, Rick, because he's always kidding me about it. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, but he's at home listening, so he'll be taking notes, believe me.
I'm sure of that. Pass blocked by Drouin. He's creating quite a problem here for Andrew McDonald. And Lecavalier getting a little claustrophobic as the Lightning with Barberio pinching in down the boards. It comes out to center. Carl gets to it. Drouin stepped into there on the hit by Belmar.
Belmar ended up with the worst of it.
Barberio weaves in. Down he goes. Ducks under the hit by Giroux. And they slide it down the boards. Van de Velde will get it in deep in the Lightning zone. Philly will change. Under 2 minutes to go in the period. Lightning on the comeback trail once again. We've seen them successfully on that trail a number of times here in this 8-game stretch where they got the 7 wins. 3 come from behind wins. Coburn's pass tipped to center, and it's handled by Strawman. Hedman off the boards through center. Schultz will come back to play it in his own zone. Lightning start to get a change going as the triplets will be coming on. Puck is sent in wide, and Hedman getting to it. Back around for Kucherov. Andre Palat. Johnson will tip it, but the play's whistled down offside. 1:07 to go here in this first period. And R.J. Umberger, in the second tour with the Flyers, has reestablished the lead. 2-1 Philly. Here's tonight's great moment in hockey history, brought to you by Geico. On this date, 1994, Winnipeg's Teemu Selanne scores his 100th goal in just his 130th career game, making him the second fastest NHL player to score 100 goals. Mike Bossy did it in 129 games. So that's looking back early in his great career. Now here's last night at Honda Center. He was honored as his jersey number 8 was retired by the Anaheim Ducks, Chief.
Yeah, the very first number retired by the Ducks. And rightfully so. I'll tell you what a tremendous player. And, you know, You and I were lucky to watch him in his first year, Rick, when he was in Winnipeg. If you remember, he had scored 77 goals in his rookie year.
Yeah, he almost got 100 his first year, for crying out loud.
I mean, come on. I'm surprised it took him 129 to get the other 30, or 23 rather. But what a gentleman! Always had time for you. And time for everybody. At morning skates, he just accommodated every single person that wanted to talk to him. And he probably never got to the team meal till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Nabokov a stop there. Yeah, from the first day of his career to the last, into his 40s. And what a class performer for the media as well as all the fans. Stay tuned for the Gulf Coast Honda Dealers First Intermission Report. Paul Kennedy, Chris Dingman visiting with the captain, Steven Stamkos, with a Lightning goal here in the first period. A look further at the NHL All-Star roster. Highlights and stats. The captains, I don't think they've been named yet, but they're going to choose the two teams. Here's a shot by Schultz, and it's handled by Nabokov. That'll be interesting. There's the game coming up in Columbus, January 25th.
When you take a look at Claude Giroux, we know he's a strong offensive player, but boy, is he ever good on face-off. I think probably only one guy in the league that has a better percentage than Giroux, and that's Bergeron in Boston, who the Lightning will see tomorrow.
And they both take the lion's share of the faceoffs for their team, and why not? As Giroux at 56% and Bergeron around 59%. Puck driven in here by Schultz. In the final 35 seconds of the period, it's deflected out, and the Flyers have to play it. Uchin starts it ahead. Delzato rips that pass across, deflected by Killorn, and the play whistled down by Nansen with 21.4 to play in the period.
You know, Lightning created a lot of offsides for the Flyers at their blue line by making sure that they get in the passing lanes and staying up at that blue line. You protect both blue lines, you're going to have a really good chance of winning games in the majority of games. They've done a decent job of that tonight so far in this first period.
Well, on Lightning Live pregame, we had some of the views of some of the players and what's been working on the road, and guys pointing out that the system's been working. The confidence that the system's going to work helps them out of spots like this when they're down late in a period 2-1. They're just staying with the plan is going to pay off eventually. And this will be another test tonight here in the final moments of this first period as Philadelphia skating out of the first period lead, something they haven't had very often in recent games. But the Flyers in front on goals by Van de Velde and Umberger. Stamkos, the power play goal for the Lightning.
Go again.
Lightning broadcast in Sun Sports is presented by your Tampa Bay area BMW centers. Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. Lightning down 2-1 through 20 minutes. Chief, in your opinion, what was the biggest thing missing for the Lightning in that first period?
Well, I think they really didn't get their engine full there. I think they got them into second gear. They didn't get into third or fourth gear in that period. I thought that they could bring a little bit more speed, a little bit more intensity, and I think you'll see that in the second period here. You know, they had some zone time, but they didn't really get any kind of action in on that young Zepp, and that's somebody you should be trying all the time, as you pointed out, Rick. Only his second game in the National Hockey League. I'd be testing him from everywhere.
Well, the second period has been the big period in this 8-game stretch coming in. Let's look at the chase review. Lightning only 10 shot attempts in the first 20 minutes there, so they've left themselves room to improve here in the second.
Yeah, they certainly have, and I think one of the things, though, with this club, you know, they adjust quite well. And earlier in the year, maybe being down in the first period, or at least in December, it might have been something you'd have to be so much more worried about. But this is a club that has a great belief in their ability to play this game. And I think that that's not something that they're going to dwell on. This could be a really good period for them. It's a short change in the offensive zone.
Last 8 games with 7 wins. They've outscored their opponents 13-4. And that includes the second period Friday. They were outscored 1-0 by Buffalo Chief. They outshot the Sabres 27-5.
That was the most amazing thing about it.
You see the second period goal differential. It's for the whole season.
Yeah.
They're tied for the best. And for much of the first half of the season, they did not have a good goal differential. That shows you how dramatically they've turned it around just in recent weeks.
You know, they've done a great job. As you pointed out, Ricky, the last 8 games, they've outshot the opponents 279-183. Of course, they're 7-1 in those 8 games as well. But I expect that the level of quickness should pick up in this period.
Filppula's line on against the unit that caused the Lightning the most havoc in terms of spending too much time in their own zone. Wayne Simmons' crew with Lawton and Raffl. And McDonald, who led the Flyers in ice time in that first period. The pass out of the zone. Raffl reaching for it. It's knocked back to McDonald. He works with Streit. And a good pass for a waiting player. Raffl all alone at the blue line, but he had trouble with the pass. He would have been in alone.
Yeah, that's something that they've been very good of as late, is really watching that play away from the puck, and they've been caught a couple times in this game so far, not really paying attention.
That try's knocked down. Braden Shen coming by for it. Claude Giroux in behind of Voracek. Spins it out in front. Wants to go forehand, and it's taken away by Killorn, but he draws a penalty. A hooking called here against Matt Carle at the 1-minute mark.
Technique penalty to number 25. It's 2 minutes for hooking.
Well, this is important penalty kill. As we point out, the Flyers have a tremendous home power play. You know, they've done the only team that has a better home power play is Boston. Philly's at 27.5%. Boston's at 28%. So they've got to really have their best penalty killing shoes on right now.
So he had a power play opportunity for the Flyers. And it's curled in front by Simmons. And carries back through center ice. Lightning now up to 12th on the kill. A little better than 82% on the season. So they're climbing. That's been a big part of this 7-1 stretch. Giroux to center. He'll send it in. Nabokov out to handle it. Gets the puck to Garrison off the glass. Worked free at the point. It's held in by Streit. Voracek in behind is Simmons. He's been very adept at scoring from in front of the net this time with the Flyers. Here's Voracek firing, scores! They didn't need Simmons on that one to make it 3-1.
45 seconds into the penalty. And the one-timer, you see it right there, beats Nabokov to the far side with that one-timer. Voracek's 17th of the year. So both teams have used the power play to score goals. That's a big goal for Philadelphia. Gives them that 3-1 lead. Lightning have really got to be able to come back quickly.
Voracek's league-leading 51st point. He's only 11 points off his career high of 62 points set last year. Lightning are offside of the Philadelphia line. Giroux picks up his second assist. And Giroux now with 48 points, so he's closing in on the lead, held by his line mate. Streit the other assist.
And you see it just quick. The pass is so important on that one-timer. You really got to try and make sure it goes across flat. And a little bit of pushing and shoving going on with Drouin and Vandevelde.
Strowman getting it into the zone as Killorn sliding it down the boards. And Strowman pitching in. Stamkos works it free for Killorn to take. Now Stamkos with it. Barberio Cuts in front, backhand try, a block by Delzato, with the Lightning keep the puck moving. And Killorn got it free out in front. It's intercepted. Vandeveldy, who opened the scoring in this game, the pass out to Delzato, up with the attack. From the sharp angle, looks in front. He fired it on goal. It was actually kicked out by Nabokov. They score! Bellemare tips this one home. Flyers.
Well, that's probably going to be the end of Nabokov. Shot coming out there. The Lightning couldn't get anything over there, and then very, very quickly, a really smooth deflection by Bellemare. Only his fourth of the year. It's a 4-1 lead, and Nabokov heads to the bench, and Bishop will be in the goal.
Look at the season numbers for Bishop. Nabokov playing 22-36. He's allowed 4 goals on 13 shots. And 2 goals in the span of 51 seconds here in the second period. Here's a pass ahead for Nikita Kucherov. He'll play it down the boards. Looking for Tyler Johnson. Strike. Having problems with Johnson. Backhanded to the point. Carl reaches up, holds it in. Vandeveldy had that long shot that Bellemare tipped in. And Delzato gets the second assist on the goal by Bellemare at 2:36. Cutting it, it's Carl. Shooting it, it's handled there by Zepp. Rob Zepp, who got 4 goals of support in his winning debut back in December, right before Christmas, has 4 goals so far, this one of support.
Well, the Lightning really haven't tested the goaltender. That was only their 6th shot on goal in 23 minutes. And Lightning are usually a much more active player in the offensive zone than they have been so far in this game.
Boyle wins the draw. Here's Garrison firing, just missing in that one-timer, set up by Barberio. Lecavalier covering the point, that allows the puck to lead the zone. Garrison back around for Morrow. He's double-teamed. Barberio swoops in to grab that puck, lead it out for Conley. He turns away from Luke Schenn, hangs on to it. Pass to Morrow, just joining the zone. Barberio with it, wristing it, and it went wide of Zepp. Garrison has to chase that puck to center. Pass cut off as Raffl just entered the play off the Flyer bench. Bishop out to have a look. 6 goaltenders have participated in this season series. The Lightning using Bishop in the 4-3 win on home ice. Vasilevsky, of course, the star of the win here. Right before Christmas, as Bishop makes a save, his first try there as Simmons let it go. And Nabokov starting this game. Ray Emery played the game in Tampa at Amalie Arena in October. Steve Mason was beaten by the Lightning 3-1 here just before Christmas. And now Zepp, the 6th. Pretty much the full complement, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Reaching in for it at Cedric Paquette. Slides it to the line. It was bobbled and brought out. Flyers have to back off. Now as Strawman sends it ahead. Lead pass for Voracek, matched up against Barberio. Drops it back, the shot, and it's deflected. Ends up in the equipment of Barberio. Paquette out ahead for Tyler Johnson, scooting in. Forced wide by Luke Schenn.
I see Philadelphia now much quicker than they were in the first period. 2 quick goals certainly can boost your confidence.
We mentioned in the first period they've got 2 wins in their last 8. Those 2 have come in the last 3 games. They're looking to put something together where they had a pretty good stretch going in December. It looked like they would threaten for a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference, but with only those 5 points In the next 8 games, they've fallen behind Boston for a wild card spot by 11 points as play started tonight. Of course, we see the Bruins tomorrow for the very first time this season. Here's Giroux cutting into the zone. Trailed by Stamkos, he'll play it back to Del Zotto. Works against Nikita Kucherov. And Kucherov erased him for the play. Umberger retrieves the puck. Brayden Schenn back in front, and the drive is blocked there in front of Bishop as Couturier let it go. Battling for it, Andre Palat, knocked free. Matt Reed has it. Now to Couturier. Reaching out with the stick was Carl, and Reed got it on goal. A save by Bishop. Flyers continue their pressure in the Lightning zone. Palat reaching for it. Crowd appreciating the efforts of the homestanding Flyers as we've got a penalty upcoming here. Delayed call to the Lightning. Umberger shooting save by Bishop. Couturier, his head shot back. Look, he'd been shot. And a delayed penalty upcoming, I believe, to Steven Stamkos. 6 skaters on for Philly. Lightning looking to get control. They do. And we'll get the call from Tom Cowell at 6:49 for high sticking. And it's Carl heading back to the box. Here's the play.
Well, you see Sean Couturier putting some gauze up to his lip as Carl got a stick up and came up and caught him. He'll pick up a 4-minute minor for high sticking at 6:49. Flyers 1 for 1 on the power play. Scored their power play goal with just their first shot on goal on the man advantage. Now they're going to have 2.
Only the 3rd power play goal surrendered by the Lightning in the last 9 games. The goal by Voracek, who works up top now is Giroux. Down low to Simmons. They've got Brayden Schenn in the slot. Down, they score! Mark Streit. Everybody touched it. 5-1.
Well, they're scoring power play goals with a very limited amount of shots. Their first shot on goal was the first power play. Second shot on goal on a power play was another goal. Streit picks it up. It's a 5-1 lead for Philadelphia right now, and it's becoming a laugher.
As Streit picks up his 2nd point. First goal of the night, 5th of the season. And he's their 3rd leading scorer with 30 points. He's their leading scoring defenseman last year, acquired as a free agent coming into the season. And it's paid dividends for Ron Hextall, having him back there at both ends of the ice once again this year. Here's Reed. Playing it now on the wing to Couturier, back in action. Second power play opportunity here. Del Zotto leans into it. A save by Bishop with Umberger screening him. 1:37 to go on the second half of the double minor against Carl. Del Zotto creates some room. Lecavalier fires, and it's knocked down in front off Barberio. Flyers in front 5-1 with an 18-6 shot advantage. And a penalty upcoming, and it's going to go against the Lightning. Del Zotto leaving it. Gets it back from Lecavalier. Del Zotto fires, saved by Bishop on the rebound. Barberio ties up Couturier, and now the Lightning control, and we'll get another high sticking penalty. Tyler Johnson pleading his case here at 7:54. Umberger checking for blood. And Johnson saying it's not him, but
penalty, high sticking.
Take a look from here, the stick comes up. But it wasn't his stick, it's right, it was the Flyer player's stick. Right there, you see it. Then Lecavallier's stick comes in and picks up his teammate. So the Lightning will go to the box. Now they're 2 men short. And that was one thing that you had to really be aware of, was this home power play, as we pointed out, is number 2 in the league at 27.5%. Well, they're 2 for 2 at this point, and they have 2 more to go.
A 1:08 5-on-3. The time left on the second half of the Carl double minor. Paquette, Boyle, and Garrison. The trio out there for the Lightning. And the Flyers come up with it. Intercepted, though, by Paquette. He'll go for a skate. And Streit gets it back for Philly. And racing in, and Voracek, and he lifts it over the net. Played back down the boards and around for Giroux. Chased away from the corner by Boyle. They get things set up in this 5-on-3. Giroux's got Simmons in front. Backdoor at Schenn. Here's Streit. Couldn't settle it down. He had a good shooting opportunity. And Voracek, he'll let it rip, and it's blocked by Boyle. Lightning get a stick on the play. However, the Flyers hold it in. Braden Schenn closing and shoots. He scores. Now it's 6-1 Philly, and still another penalty on the board.
.837 will be the time of this goal. And the Lightning have had their way with Philadelphia for a long time. Its tables have turned here tonight. 6-1, 3 straight power play goals. They're on their 4th of the period and 4th of the game.
Braden Schenn's 10th goal, his 50th of his still very young career. He's just 23 years old. Here's a pass to Couturier, leaving it for Umberger. Dropping it back to Delzato. Pass knocked down by Callahan. He'll clear it out. Under a minute remaining on the Tyler Johnson high sticking call. 53 seconds left on that. Schenn scoring from Streit and Voracek at 8:37. We'll get you caught up here, because Streit scored from Braden Schenn just moments earlier. In fact, a minute 35 seconds. They put back-to-back power play goals together. Lecavalier feeds it across, and Umberger after it keeps the play alive. 5-on-4 for Philly, interrupted here by Filppula. Callahan with him. And Strawman will play it back down the ice. 6-1 Philadelphia. They've had 4 unanswered here in the second period. Led 1-0. Steven Stamkos tying it in the first period Lightning power play. And then Umberger scored in the late stages of the period as the puck is swatted out of play. The first of 5 straight for Philadelphia, including 4 in this period. They're 3 of 4 in the power play with 5 shots, as the penalty to Johnson has expired.
Yeah, that's the only power play that they haven't scored on. And the only one they didn't get a penalty on or a shot on as well. But that power play and quarterback by Streit has been a big factor, obviously, in that 6-1 lead.
Streit's goal from Braden Schenn and Simmons at 7:02. Then Braden Schenn from Streit and Voracek at 8:37. Here's Jason Garrison firing, and a save by Zepp. He's got all the offensive support to feel comfortable that he could ask for in his second NHL appearance, as the Flyers in control.
6-1. Just past the halfway mark in the second period. Flyers out front. You're looking at Jacob Voracek on your left and Claude Giroux on the right. They've just taken the first 2 spots into the season point leaders. As you see that, Voracek with a goal and assist, Giroux with 2 assists. And Giroux is tied with Tyler Seguin, who, by virtue of having more goals, will be in the second place. But nonetheless, he's tied with him.
Steven Stamkos scoring his 23rd goal of the season. That tied him with Vladimir Tarasenko of St. Louis at 23 goals. 3 behind the leaders, Seguin and Rick Nash. As far as the goal scoring is concerned, Raffl couldn't clear it out. Raffl reaching for it. Got it free. Simmons close by. He'll skate it to center. Stood up by Boyle. And the play whistled down by Alfonso, offside. Lightning fans score a Coke Zero bid package Thursday at 7:30. The Lightning hosting the Edmonton Oilers. Packages start as low as $20. Buy now at TampaBayLightning.com/tickets.
Well, Victor Hedman left with about a minute to go in the first period. He hasn't returned yet. We haven't found out why. He hasn't been on the bench. We're trying to find out what the problem is, and as soon as we find out, we'll let you know. But you're wondering where he's been? We've been wondering as well.
Johnson leaving it. Kucherov sends it in. Zepp leaves it behind the net for Streit. He's been one of the scoring stars in this one. The outlet batted away by Barberio. And Couturier will start it again. Couturier coming to the Flyers along with Voracek in the Jeff Carter deal, as well as another young prospect, as came as a draft pick, used to select a prospect and also to select Couturier. But that deal has paid off pretty well for Philadelphia, certainly this year, as far as Voracek and Couturier are concerned. It's played away by Reed. Kucherov kept away from the net. And it's sent into the corner, picked up there by Streit. Out for Umberger. Stepping up Schuster. Reed circles with it. Reed scored a couple 20-goal seasons, Chief, but he's really having trouble. He hasn't scored 14 coming into this one.
Yeah, they've got a number of guys. If it wasn't for Voracek and Giroux, they probably wouldn't have any goals. And Vinny Lecavalier, actually, after sitting out 7 games, in the 12 games he was back, coming in tonight, he and Voracek had 5 goals, and Giroux had 6 in that same span. So Vinny was tied for second with the most goal scorers in that period.
Zepp will cover the puck here. Well, tonight on Fox Sports Live, the national championship game isn't the only big matchup of this night. We'll catch you up on the latest action from the NBA and NHL. Plus, our rules guru from the NFL, Mike Pereira, clears up the confusion surrounding the Des Bryant play. And yes, we've got a full hour of exclusive post-game coverage of Oregon and Ohio State.
We can't get a really good reading on Rob Zepp. He only faced 8 shots, and all 8 of them have been very routine.
Drew had it poked away by Strawman. Anton Strawman helping out on the Stamkos power play goal. It's lobbed ahead over the shoulder of Killorn. He works against Luke Schenn. Over for Voracek. Gave it up. Stamkos fires over the glove of Zepp. Killorn spins out in front. Out to the point. It's tapped down the ice by Voracek, and Bishop striding out. A couple of long strides at 6'7". He's able to play it back to center ice. Gets it once again. Now Lecavalier stepping off that bench. And these goals coming off of a stretch of 8 consecutive road games for the Flyers. They had a big trip before Christmas, and of course the famous one after, where they started in Nashville and left Philly illegally too soon before the end of the Christmas break. But his 5 goals came in that stretch on the road.
They've always been away at Christmas time.
Zepp alert to cover that puck with traffic around him.
They bring in Disney on ice every single year. It's a tradition here in Philadelphia. It has been since the 70s. 6:32 remains in the second period. You see the score at 8 shots on goal. Well, we're going to test the young guy's concentration ability anyway. He hasn't had anything to do too much in this game. One close-in shot by Killorn was about the toughest one he's had to face throughout this game.
Filppula wins the draw. Barberio with a shot. It's blocked. McDonald after it. And it ends up out of play, deflecting next to the Lightning bench.
Well, Tampa Bay Lightning hockey on Sun Sports is brought to you by Hat-Tricks. It's been serving Lightning fans for 18 years. It's only 3 blocks from the arena. Great spot to start off the game, end the game as well. And grab a great cold beverage or those famous shake and bake wings. Hat-Tricks Tavern.
Filppula leads the puck for Palat. Back to Valtteri Filppula. Ahead for Palat. Gonna send it in there, but the Flyers in good shape defensively, angled to the point, and Barberio has it at center. Last time the Lightning lost to the Flyers, the only time they've lost in the last 10 meetings. Here's Reed shooting, and it's tipped out of play. February the 5th, 2013. It was a narrow 2-1 Philly win. But they have a 6-1 lead over the Lightning here tonight, here in the second period. Let's take a look at the Lightning's upcoming schedule, presented by Steak and Shake.
Well, the Lightning will leave right after tonight's game to pick up to go to Boston. Tomorrow's game against the Bruins, as Rick pointed out the first time. Edmonton Oilers will be in town along with the Avalanche and Vancouver before the All-Star break. That's the upcoming schedule, brought to you by Steak and Shake.
Lightning schedule becoming very Atlantic Division centric. They'll knock off 3 more Western opponents on that homestand. And here tonight, another Metropolitan Division game. The 21st out of 24. They only have 3 left. Here's Killorn holding it in. Tried to step out in front, could not. And out comes Voracek. He was the 7th overall selection by Columbus back in 2007. Spent 3 years with the Blue Jackets before moving on to Philadelphia in that Carter deal we talked about. Lightning come up with it. Drouin down to Schuster. Swings in wide. Long drive is over Zepp's glove. Killorn battling for it. Taken now by Giroux. His pass slowed down. Lightning try to regroup at center. Braden Shen will push it in deep.
One of the things that really produced that nice string of victories for the Lightning was that they were so quick on the puck. It's so quick to in their puck retrieval. Tonight hasn't been the case.
Simmons starts it in. Lawton on the back end. The youngster trying to curl it in front. They score. Raffl put it home.
Well, you might have a guy. He was another guy that was struggling to score. I think he was 0 for 9, but this time, again, a turnover in the neutral zone. Flyers get good position everywhere. Raffl, the only guy in an orange jersey, around 4 Lightning jerseys. He was able to get the rebound, lift it up over Ben Bishop. And Raffl picks up number 11 on the year. And there's another 24 minutes to go in this hockey game.
Flyers with 3 in the power play, 4 even strength, and for all the trouble that line has caused positionally in the Lightning zone, that's the first goal they've scored. Here's Boyle with a try, and it's deflected. It lands into that. It was off a Flyer stick in front as Boyle let it go and lands over the shoulder of Zepp. And it's now 7-2.
Well, we've seen some strange deflections. That second goal for Philly in the first period was went off of the Bakov stick. This time it went off of a Flyer stick. He could not find it at all. It bounced way over top of him, hit him in the back, and
it's like straight.
Yeah, it looked like straight stick, and Boyle will get number 8 on the year.
22 seconds after Philly made it 7-1. It's 7-2. They're reviewing it. Tom Cowell with a headset on. Let's have another look at this.
Here comes the reverse angle, and you see it. It hits. I don't think anybody touched it when it was up there. It actually bounced off of a Flyer defenseman.
The strike was fronting the whole group there, and it hit his stick, and I don't think anybody else touched it.
No.
High stick or otherwise. Callahan was reaching for it, but I don't think he needed to help it.
Yeah, it hit. See, yeah, it didn't even come near it because it actually Morrow's stick was lifted by a Flyer player, but it went right off of. So it was a.
Now Morrow did not contact the puck because it's Boyle's goal. at 15:23 as Filppula curls back. Strawman picks up one of the assists on it. The pass in front to Conley, back to Boyle. Cedric Paquette got the first assist, and then Strawman. He's assisted on both Lightning goals. And Boyle, number 8 on the year. Pass intercepted by Strawman, back for Conley. Got a couple of helpers in there. Killorn's drive, though, was blocked by McDonald. Strawman couldn't hold the pass. Leaving it on the boards as Killorn muscling his man. Taken by Brett Conley. Out for Carl. Had to reach back for it. Got to it in time. His pass back to Filppula. He'll take it off the corner boards. Now Barberio. And Carl with a shot. It's stopped there by Zepp. Killorn wraps up with McDonald in the corner. The Flyers able to get it out.
I recall a couple years back, Rick, when there was a really wild game here between the Lightning and the Flyers. It was a 7-6 win for the Flyers, or for the Lightning. 8-7 for the Lightning.
Kucherov trying to slip a little pass to Palat. I think Stamkos and Marty St. Louis both had hat-tricks in that one. Here's Barberio walking and firing. Zepp to save the rebound. He makes a glove save there on Kucherov. Stamkos comes by. Swings in front. Able to keep it on the line. No, they now blow the whistle. Alfonso had to kind of reach up to his mouth in that time to blow the whistle and stop the play. 3 minutes to go in the second.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looked like it didn't come completely over the line, but here comes a quick shot. Nice save, and then the rebound, didn't get a lot of it, but he was able to get his glove and deflect it wide. Toughest chance he's had all game long.
Zepp, drafted by Atlanta 1999, the first Thrashers draft when they joined the NHL. He didn't sign with them, went back in, and was selected 4th round by Carolina 11 spots later. Then he was selected by the Thrashers. That was in 2001. And spent 4 years in the Carolina system, playing, as we mentioned, primarily for the Florida Everblades. Only a handful of games at the American League level. And then went on to Europe, found success, found his game, and was coaxed to come back, play in the American League. That's where he's been with Lehigh Valley, their affiliate.
Yeah, he played in the German League most of the time in Europe. Won a number of goaltending awards for the European League.
Yeah, he was in Berlin that whole time. Strawman trying to poke it ahead, comes back to him. Belmar. Here's Boyle down the boards. Understand Tyler Johnson not available for duty. We don't have any further details on that. Haven't seen him in a while in this one. And as Chief points out, not at all for him, Victor Hedman here in the second period. Zepp plays that puck up the boards. The Cavalier controlling it enough to get it to Vandevelde. He's started this scoring parade for Philadelphia back in the first period. His line mate Belmar into the forecheck's got a goal in this one, as does Boyle for the Lightning. Spins it in front, quick shot, save Bishop on Michael Raffl, who's the latest Flyer goal scorer in this contest. Now let's look ahead to the second intermission. Our Gulf Coast Honda dealer second intermission report. Lightning players talking about the All-Star selections, and Chris and Paul will take you around the league. Just a couple of other games on the schedule tonight, and highlights and stats. Caps hosting Colorado, and the Leafs are out west taking on the Kings.
Yeah, quite a quiet night here. Of course, they probably figured that out with the national championship team in football. They don't want to have too many teams going up against that.
Out comes Filppula for the Lightning. Conley will push it to the corner. Luke Schenn surrenders it to Filppula. He's bumped from behind. Martin couldn't get it out. Carl to try, and it hit Conley. He's down and shaken up a little bit. Now trying to come to the bench. Under a minute to go, he'll shoot. It's blocked. Comes to Carl. As Conley stays on for the moment. Flyers trying to work that puck out of trouble, and Brett Conley recovering to come back and beat Wayne Simmons to that puck. 7-2 Flyers. as they had scored 6 consecutive goals to break a 1-1 tie in the first period. And 5 of those goals coming here in the second, before Brian Boyle has been the latest goal scorer in the contest, and a penalty upcoming as Kucherov was hooked, and a call coming at 19:41 of the second period to Philadelphia.
I think they're trying to figure out who the Flyer player anyway, but there's I don't know.
Straight hooked him with a pretty good collision.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know where the hook came from, but they kind of took him out. What? There, you see him, he just took him out. Wow. No wonder he's a little puzzled. I would be too. 1941 is the time of that penalty. Not a good one.
And the Lightning connecting on the Stamkos goal that tied the game at 1 way back midway through that first period, giving Lightning fans a lot of hope at this point. How many times have we seen Steven Stamkos score against the Flyers, particularly here at the Wells Fargo Center, and igniting something on the part of the Tampa Bay Lightning? But it's not happening tonight. 7-2 Flyers through 40 minutes. The shots in the second period. Philadelphia had 13. The Lightning had 6. 23-11 through 40 minutes.
I'm Steven Stamkos, and you're watching Fox's Sun Sports, where Lightning fans live.
Tampa Bay Lightning Hockey and Sun Sports has been brought to you by Gulf Coast Honda. Visit your Gulf Coast Honda dealers for great deals on new Hondas. Go to gchondadealers.com. By Kaiser University. Over 90 programs online and on campus. Learn more at kaiseruniversity.edu. By Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers. And by your Tampa Bay area BMW Centers. Lightning trailing after 40 minutes, 7-2 to the Flyers here tonight. Lightning fans score a Bud Light up for whatever package for Thursday's game against the Edmonton Oilers. 7:30 start. Packages start as low as $75. Buy now at TampaBayLightning.com/tickets. Well, Chief, after a period like that, you certainly want to wash things away if you can, get going in the right direction here in the third.
That's how you have to approach it, Rick. You know, you got to make saying, you got 20 minutes, let's get back to the style of hockey that made them so successful before this game. You know, making sure that third man is high, quick on the puck, hard on the puck, and you got to really be, you know, come up and get ready for the game tomorrow. I mean, anything can happen, I know, in 20 minutes, but you've got to be able to really adjust your game, and I think that's what they have to look for in the final 20.
Big challenge, of course, coming in here playing the Flyers and the Bruins tomorrow, but down 7-2 to try to get some positive momentum as we look at the Chase review through 40 minutes of this game.
The thing about it is 11 shots on goal, and they basically haven't really tested young goaltender Zepp. That one shot by Stamkos in the first period was a rocket. That was and then he had one here in the second, but it missed the net. But now Stright's in the penalty box for a hooking call. You keep getting these calls, and you're going to take the physical play out of hockey in a hurry.
1:42 left in this Toyota power play opportunity for Tampa Bay. And just their second opportunity so far in this game. Pass across for Conley. Starts it in. Checked there by Van de Velde. Palat's involved. Stamkos standing by, as well as Stralman, who sends it across to Kucherov. Hooking it back, well out of the reach of Stralman, and the Lightning have to reorganize.
Sometimes you can get a little too fancy. You really make sure you know where that player is before you make that pass. Get off some valuable time on the power play.
Stamkos shovels the puck behind the net, and Zepp there for it. Delzato works it out of a tight area for the Flyers, and it's cleared out by Reed. Evgeny Nabokov started this game, allowed 4 goals and 13 shots in 22-36. And then after 2 quick goals early in the second period, made it 4-1 Flyers. Ben Bishop came on. He gave up 3 goals and 10 shots the rest of the period. in 17-24 as we now start the third, and Filppula swerves into the zone with Jonathan Drouin. Now here's Callahan. He shoots and scores. Ryan Callahan fires it home on the power play. It's now a 7-3 score.
Wow, when you take Lightning's only shot with the man advantage, and they've scored 2 power play goals on 3 shots. That shot was a very quick release. Nice setup by Drew, but watch how he gets that shot and just beats Zep to the stick side. 1:20 will be the time of that power play goal by Ryan Callahan.
6 of his 13 goals have come with a man advantage. He's just one behind Stamkos, who picked up his 7th power play goal in the first period. Valtteri Filppula gets the other assist. Callahan racing in for that puck. And it's Filppula along the boards. Lightning trying to see if they can make something happen here. Make the Flyers sweat a bit in this third period and take it from there. Carl slows up Simmons. It's batted in by Raffl. Bishop with a pass out for Callahan. Flyers changing, so are the Lightning. Callahan starts it in. And Callahan protects the puck. Giroux poked it away. In the slot it goes. And Delzato got it away to Braden Shen. Shen rink wide. For a check. And a pull back. Play was offside. Delzato signed in August as a free agent. Pass right on the mark to Braden Shen. Walks in, fires. It's deflected. He gets it back. And Giroux working with him there.
Hand pass, I think they're calling. It'll come outside the zone. Well, let's take a look at tonight's high-def highlight brought to you by H.H. Gregg, and that's that goal by Ryan Callahan. A quick pass out by Drew, and then that very quick snapshot. And that's the one thing when you haven't played a whole lot of games up in the National League is that the quick release and how quickly they will shoot that puck as well. And that's our H.H. Gregg high-def highlight.
Drouin with the assist now has points in 4 games, all assists. As the puck is deflected out of play and the draw comes outside the center.
Lightning went out 2 players. Victor Hedman went out with about a minute to go in the first period. Tyler Johnson went out in the second period. Yet to find or hear of what is wrong or what the circumstances are. So the Lightning are playing 2 men short in this third period.
Puck knocked down with a high stick by Carl, and that detected by the officials. Another whistle here. Braden Coburn out for the rest of this game as far as Philly's concerned.
We just get guys to double shift now, you know, and the thing is, you know, coaches, they always worry about double shifting and getting too much ice time for guys in the first game of a back-to-back set.
Flyers barely averaging 2 goals a game in that stretch of 8 as we talked about, and they got 7 tonight. McDonald able to reach back and keep that play in the attacking zone. Strawman gets away with a puck. He'll send it off Paquette's stick to center. Nick Schultz. Couturier's pass hit Palat. Nearly went back to Stamkos. He had his stick lifted out of his hands. As the Flyers move it ahead to Couturier, hits the line along with Reed. He'll curl it back, nobody home. Humberg had it, taken away by Stamkos, recovered by Luke Schenn. And it's Barberio springing into action along with Nikita Kucherov. Swerves in front, and he'll fire, a save by Zep. Kucherov has it back. Cornered by Couturier. Puck loose along the boards, and it's chipped out by Luke Schenn down the ice.
I would think now the message from Berube is to try and play the same way, but make sure that you really pay attention to your defensive assignments.
Conley over for Drouin, looks toward the net. Feeds it now to Carl. Sends it toward the net. It was tipped, and a save by Zep. As Paquette reached out, just got the toe of his stick on that. The other way, a pass back to Valdiverty in front, and it's taken away by Carl. Conley racing back for the Lightning. Forced behind the net by Streit. LeCavalier. And Delzano's got a chase to the corner. Takes down Drouin. Puck comes free out in front. Streit for the Flyers with both teams changing it up. Mark Streit, veteran defenseman, off Simmons' stick. Checked by Valtteri Filppula. In with Killorn. He couldn't get the shot away before Raffl blasted into him. Barberio across, and a shot by Garrison. Tipped off a stick, perhaps the stick of Rob Zepp. As the traffic arrived in front. Bishop keeps it moving to Garrison. Taken over by Scott Laughton. Barberio in there for it. Held in by McDonald, and it deflects off Raffl, reaching back for it. His line mate's out near the net. Wayne Simmons trying to spin it around in front. Garrison wise to that move. Callahan throws it behind the net. Barberio starts it ahead. Throws the puck to the open boards. It angles back to Zepp, the 33-year-old netminder, leaving it for Schultz. Schultz trying to get to that red line to dump it in. Checked by Morrow. Puck pinballs back to Strawman, who's assisted on 2 of the 3 Lightning goals. Boyle will send it in. Conley barges his way through there. Hurling it back to the corner. Voracek fires it back across in his own zone. It reaches Braden Shen, and now ahead for Giroux, who spins it down the boards. Bishop couldn't slip it through. Flyer forechecker Voracek. And here comes a steal, and Giroux just walking it in. Stopped by Bishop, and he covers that puck. Voracek and Giroux worked together there and stole the puck. Stopped by Bishop. Flyers in front. It's Claude Giroux's birthday. You think that'd be a big deal. He takes a back seat today. I'll tell you why. Because in the hearts and minds of Flyer fans and media members and broadcasters and so forth, Bobby the Chief Taylor, longtime announcer and of course player here and a Flyer legend, honored by his former fellow broadcasters. Steve Coates carrying the cake. Congratulations, Chief, as Chief transitioning to the studio and the desk from here, and they're hoping you're coming back to Philly, and I know you are, Chief.
Yeah, miss the food.
Here comes Steven Stamkos, fires, and it's by the stick of Kucherov, just wide, fired in front, and Reed takes it back. Great outpouring. It always is here. I mean, I feel like I'm accompanying the mayor whenever I walk into the building, because Chief, so well thought of, so many thousands of friends here over the years. As it's centered by Kucherov, taken over by Reed. And it always involves baked goods.
Yeah. Well, we got a big box of cannolis for the plane ride to Boston. We know that.
Play broken up by Matt Carl as Drouin fires just wide, and Zepp plays the lively Karen off the end boards as Paquette got spilled by Streit. And let's look back in the history of Chief as a broadcaster for the Flyers. Of course, the late great Gene Hart, your partner up there in the top left.
For tonight's Flyers game with the Quebec Nordiques, I'm Bobby Taylor and our guest Mark Howe. And I have to ask you, in fact, I even watched you play specifically in that first period when you had number 10 on your run.
Can you believe all that black hair?
Yeah, how about that?
He really went to the vault for that.
Ratings through the roof for those intermission interviews. Wonder if Mark's in the house. He's quite often scouting.
Yeah, they retired his number here in Philadelphia. He was a great player for the Flyers.
He'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
As Paquette moving that puck ahead to Schuster, getting it back to Paquette. Conley with him. Paquette fires, and he sends it over the glove of Zepp. All of a sudden is seeing some dangerous action around his net here in this third period. The Lightning down 4 with 12:15 to go. And Paquette throws a heavy hit on Laughton. Carl on the backhand, sliding it wide around to Schuster. Back to Jonathan Drouin. His pass reaching Schuster. On the backhand goes to Conley. Tried to kick it out in front for Drouin. But he was well covered by Andrew McDonald.
Lightning in a line change there. That really can't kind of ease the pressure on Philadelphia. Now both teams are getting some fresh bodies out there. Streit has to be the last guy out there for the... And he's still out there now. He can't get off.
Lawrence steams down that wing. He'll take on Streit. Feeds it to Strawman for the point. Filppula. And a step on Bellemare, but LeCavalier helped out defensively. Worked the puck free. Quick re-entry by the Lightning, and the pass to Callahan lifted away by McDonald. Barberio sliding into the corner. And Luke Schenn playing it back to Bellemare. Interrupted by Barberio. Callahan, a nice move to the front, but he couldn't complete it and get much on the shot. It's covered by Zepp. Tonight's broadcast code of the game is SHOT. Simply visit LightningFanRewards.com. Presented by Checkers, and enter tonight's code in the Game Day Challenge. Win tickets, Checkers gift cards, or earn points through trivia, polls, predictions, and more. It's all on LightningFanRewards.com. Log on now. Lower body injuries for Hedman and Johnson will not return for this game. So we'll wait and see about their status tomorrow. Boyle wins the draw. Garrison driving it on goal to save by Zepp. Garrison pinching in. Drew getting it to Luke Schenn. Flyers methodically move it out. Morrow comes back to make sure that Boyle can pick up the puck. Back to Brendan Morrow. Boyle into the zone. Feeds it now. Schuster in the slot shooting, and Zepp with a stop. Andre Schuster bidding for what would be his second NHL goal.
Well, you're seeing them play a much more aggressive game here in the third period. And of course, Philadelphia with that big lead, probably trying to play a much more conservative defensive style of hockey. And kind of just holding back. And that's what's producing this offense for the Lightning, a part of it. But also, too, they're playing a much faster game in this period than they were in the first 40.
Stamkos and Couturier in the face-off. Pulled back to center ice as Barberio gets to it. Will wrist it in. Off Zepp's stick. Lightning crowd into the corner here with Stamkos trying to make a play. Palat, all of a sudden he's open. He shoots, and Streit reaching out with a stick. Save that opportunity.
I tell you, Mark Streit's played a tremendous game for the Flyers. Also, he's the captain of that power play back there. That's what really started it going in that second period. He picked up a power play goal and 2 assists on the power play goals. There it is right there. You see him just timing it right to get that stick on Palat's try for the 4th Lightning goal.
Flyers control. Delzato. Bring it back. And Streit with a pass. Humberger takes it. He and Ray Emery on this team have been with the Flyers previously. And now Bishop had the puck taken away. In behind the net by Reed. Feeding it to the point. Here's the shot by McDonald. That is blocked by Palat. He's trying to shake that off as the puck hits off the netting. Stopping play with Philly in front 7-3. Your Tampa Bay area BMW Centers want to remind you to tune in tomorrow night. Lightning travel to Boston, take on the Bruins for the first time this season. Coverage starts at 6:30 with Lightning Live pregame. The Bolts and Bruins tomorrow night right here on Sun Sports.
9:56 remains here in regulation. Lightning down by 4. Only given the Flyers have only had 2 shots in this period.
Lightning have had 5. Total is 16 for the game. Simmons backhands to the point. It's tipped to center by Raffl. And Simmons trying to carry it ahead. Couldn't pick up the puck, but Jonathan Drouin does. He sprints in. Dumped by Schultz. McDonald ahead for Lawton, and Conley arrived in time to hold it in. Paquette with the shot, handled by Zepp. He's got plenty of time to hang on and get a whistle.
Yeah, boy, the way the Flyers have done in the face-off circle, I'd freeze that puck every opportunity I can, especially on easy shots.
And Giroux out for the defensive zone draw. We've talked about his proclivity to win face-offs for Craig Berube. Filppula, from a percentage standpoint, the Lightning leader at about 53%. And the Lightning get control. Schuster with a shot, and it's just wide as Callahan was reaching up to try to tip that one. It's chipped out, and Garrison hustles back. Callahan takes it. Sets up. Getting it out of Garrison. In for Alex Killorn. Tough to knock down. Luke Schenn at 230 pounds leans in on him. Filppula challenged there by Giroux. Luke Schenn's got to turn and face the other way with Michael Del Zotto. The former Ranger first-rounder will flip the puck through center ice. Garrison hurrying back. Schuster ahead for Callahan. Out of Boyle. Into the zone. Going to split the D. McDonald got rid of it around for LeCavalier out of his reach. He'll pressure Barberio, who had an outlet in Matt Carle. Quick re-entry now for Morrow. Conley off the boards. His pass taken over by LeCavalier. And it's Van de Velde who will flip it down the boards. Belmar in there, challenged by Carle. Poked along. And LeCavalier with his sweeping stick handling moves, trying to move to the front. Didn't work. Vinny in for the puck. Back to the point. Schultz the drive. Snuffed out by Conley. Forced the play to center. He'll continue on with Carle and Morrow. And it's sent on goal. A save by Zepp. It deflects right back to him. And he'll get the whistle with 7:45 remaining in the third as Morrow pushing and shoving in front.
Zip kind of went out of this game in that second period when the Flyers scored all those goals. 5 straight. And intensity there. Now it's just a matter of if you try to really get the period going, as we talked about, Rick, before this third period started, is to get back to some good habits that the Lightning displayed in the previous games.
Kucherov shooting a save by Zepp. Lightning were hoping the Zepp would go out of this game in that second period. Strawman leaving it for Kucherov.
It's tough to get anything going when you only had 11 shots after 40 minutes.
Reed rinked wide off Stamkos' glove. Fired back in front. Schuster got a stick on it. Reed will play it down the boards. Couturier after it. Checked there by Stamkos. Stamkos out ahead for Andre Palat. Into that zone with Kucherov. Hands it off. Stamkos. Kucherov. And he fires it wide in an open side. On the glove side of Rob Zepp and just missed. Here's Barberio cranking one, and it's fought off by Zepp. Del Zotto checked by Kucherov as Stamkos tried to make a move to the middle. Flyers come up with a puck. Kucherov was looking for a call, and how he was dispensed with by Del Zotto, but nothing forthcoming there. McDonald throws it back with 6.5 to go in the third. Schultz to center. Shovel is in the Lightning zone, and Bishop in this game since early in the second period. 2:36 had been played in the second, and Philadelphia had built a lead of 4-1. Now Zepp tangled up behind the net. They try to stuff it in. Carle the shot, and it's deflected away. Paquette back to Schuster shooting. Stopped by Zepp. Carle trailed by Simmons. Penalty upcoming for that discretion. And now we got Morrow battling with Andrew McDonald in the goal mouth. And the gloves come off, and away they go. Penalty was out near the blue line with Simmons. And Morrow takes down McDonald. All this at 14:03. The Lightning missing a couple of opportunities with Zepp trapped behind the net. We'll have the results of all of this in a moment.
Well, you see two Flyers in the penalty box. Simmons will get a hooking minor. As it happens right here, the Lightning keeping the play on there. There you see the hook come up. The stick will touch the gloves. That'll be an automatic hook. It looked like Paquette and him are going. Then look at the between McDonald and Morrow in front of that net, jabbing and slashing at one another. And the only time the arm was going to come up for them is when they both drop the gloves and fly. And they'll probably get 5 each for fighting. Simmons will get 2 for hooking. Time of these penalties will be 14:03. Lightning with their third power play. They're 2 for 2.
Now the goal, Stamkos in the first period, and Callahan here in the third. They get set up. Here's Stamkos trying to feed it across, and Giroux blocked it. Palat takes it. Kucherov. Back to Anton Strawman. Conley had to go back to the Lightning bench. His stick broke. He's back in the action with a fresh one, working to come up with a puck. Giroux tried to clear and hit the part of the broken stick. Palat battling, and finally Giroux gets it out to center. Shots 11-2 Lightning now in this third period. Strawman gains control along the boards. Fires in front. It's off Reed's stick. Knocked down, but not out. Stamkos hurries back. Keeps it on the line to Strawman. No, they say it came out. Nansen on the call there with 1:09 to go in the penalty to Simmons.
I tell you, there's been a number of really close calls along the blue line that they've been right dead on. Has made that offensive play, or call rather. The Lightning have 1:09 left with this man advantage. 5:06 remains in regulation. They're down by 4.
Vilpala and Belmar on this face-off. Flyers get control. Luke Schenn angles it off the boards down the ice.
11-2 shots on goal in favor of the Lightning here in the third.
Harrison leading it back. Now Drouin kicks it ahead to his stick. Callahan. Great efficiency by both the power plays. 3 of 4 for Philly. Lightning 2 of 2. And now Filppula in close. Couldn't get a shot away. Luke Schenn there defending. And Harrison couldn't hold it in. Vandenvelde chasing down the puck. Getting an opportunity here with Belmar. They'll turn over the duties to somebody else with a change of the bench. Callahan the lead pass. Bites off a check. Try to make a move to the middle. Lightning holding in with Filppula. Down to Killorn. Callahan well surrounded in front. Filppula across. Here's Drouin waiting. Back to Filppula shooting, and it's off Killorn's skate. And Streit backhands it away. Bishop can't wait long enough for that puck to reach the trapezoid for him to play it. Out of the box comes Wayne Simmons, and Philadelphia kills a penalty for the first time tonight. But they've got a 7-3 lead with 3:50 to go in the third period. Conley wings away from Braden Schenn. Schuster on the carry. Fires, and it deflects off a flyer wide. Paquette. Luke Schenn juggles that puck. Boyle gets to the puck. He'll send it back around. Schenn reaching, or I should say Schuster reaching for it. Back to Conley. Voracek threw it in front to Giroux. There's too much finish each other's sentences, Chief.
I know.
Schuster holds the line pretty well. Voracek doing his damage earlier with a couple of points.
Yeah, a lot of the damage was done early in that second period, and Voracek and Streit were really the two guys that did most of it. I thought that young Vandenvelde who played well early as well. You know, hasn't had a whole lot of action since in the third here, but early when he got the first goal, they got assist on the third goal. We'll make that the fourth. Flyers. The only even strength goal I think they scored on the first even strength goal they scored in that second period between all those power play opportunities.
Belmar, who played very well for France in the World Championships last year, has had a successful career in the Swedish Elite League, so they picked up a couple of pros from the European leagues to augment this roster this year. Here's Strawman. Leading it down to Garrison. Back to Stroman. Shooting angle taken away by Vandevelde, and now Palat going to hand it off to Kucherov. Schultz has it with 2 minutes to go. Couturier after it. Lightning back in action against the Bruins tomorrow night, 6:30 airtime with Lightning Live pregame. The game at 7 from the TD Garden. First of 4 meetings in the division between the Lightning and the Bruins. They'll finish the regular season at Amalie Arena. In between, they'll have another visit to Boston in March, and the Bruins coming back. Couturier around the net, out in front. And it's picked up by Reed. Reed chased by Paquette, playing it back to Simmons. Back to Couturier as the Flyers played a little keep away with 1:16 to go. And they'd like to get Reed on the score sheet, as he's got 1 goal in his last 26 games. Simmons checked in there. Jonathan Drouin prying it away. Boyle sends it wide with a minute to go. Luke Schenn back, and he's checked in there by Paquette. Paquette threw that hit on Lawton. That drew the attention of Simmons, as we saw him trying to challenge Paquette. At the same time, Morrow and McDonald were dropping the gloves earlier.
The linesman grabbed Paquette first, too, not Simmons.
Carl keeps it away from Raffl. 31 seconds to go. And it's Filppula. Stick handling in. Cuts wide. Lays it in behind the net. Schultz after it there. Filppula back to Carl with the shot deflected wide as Barberio was out in front of the Flyer net. 15 seconds to go. Callahan fires along the goal line off Rob Zepp. He's going to go to 2-0 in his NHL career. Carl with a shot, gloved by Zepp. He'll hang on with 4.7 to play.
Let's take a look at tonight's Diamond Performance presented by Ackerman Jewelers. And Jacob, Mark Streit, who really started this whole thing off with the power play for Philadelphia, set up that great one-timer for Voracek, and then got one himself on a backdoor play. And he's picked up a goal and 2 assists, and that's our Diamond Performance of the game, brought to you by Ackerman Jewelers.
Lozano eats that puck in the corner. There's the final horn. Now the Flyers resoundingly end a 6-game losing streak to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Rob Zepp, the 33-year-old, has won both his NHL starts. Lightning see a 3-game winning streak end here. We've got more in a moment.